Welcome to our presentation on building virtual communities. Our hope is that you will gain understanding about how to create or increase community in your own virtual learning environments.
The first week of class is critical, and actually the days leading up to the first week of class are even more vital. So one of the first things I try to do is make sure I get a copy of the syllabus and the course schedule out to the students via email several days before the class starts, because it alleviates students' fears and it limits emails, what's the course going to be like and what's the schedule before they can actually get into the shell, just sending out a couple of documents and greeting them and welcoming them into the classroom can make a huge difference. Then during the first week of class, I try to always schedule a synchronous activity. And there's a myth, I think, in the online world that no student wants a synchronous activity, but my experience has been if I have a class of 30 students, in my synchronous activities, usually 25 show up, but I review with them what we're going to do in the course, I review the syllabus, I review my expectations, I review what to do with problems. I really try to treat it like you would that opening day of a physical classroom.
We will do an introductory video. So I talk to the class. The videos really only last maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds. They're not really intimate, they're not really extensive, but they are enough for the student to understand that there's another person on the other end of these announcements. There's a human on the other end of these emails, which I think is a little bit easy for some students to forget. So the first thing they see when they come into my course space is a video. And in that video, I'm pretty frank, I'm pretty wide open, and I say, you know, welcome to this class. I have very high expectations. I'm certain you'll meet them. And here's what some of them are.
In a classroom, they very much take in your physical presence, your aura, the tone of your voice, and that's very easy to convey. In the online environment, I find the need to use a number of different media to reach out to students. Sometimes responding to a student on a discussion board makes the most sense. Other times I've picked up the phone, which is something that I would never do in a face-to-face course. However, if a student is expressing a high amount of anxiety or confusion, sometimes the written content or the exchange in an email, I don't think is as effective.
I think before I taught online, I would have probably been shy or nervous about creating a video and putting it online for everyone to see without having maybe a perfect script. But I realized that you can kind of, the platform gives you the ability to cut a video wherever you are and just talk to the students in a very human way. Students tell me that it's one of their favorite ways to kind of create a learning community and feeling like it's okay. It's okay to just kind of get out there and talk about what's going on, talk about the course material, how it relates to our lives, that we're all human, we're all trying to learn together, and I think it's been a great practice for creating social presence.
How to humanize your online class. What is humanizing, you might ask? Humanized learning increases the relevance of content and improves students' motivation to log in week after week. When students relate to an online instructor as something more than just a subject matter expert and begin to conceive of themselves as part of a larger community, they are more likely to be motivated, be satisfied with their learning, and succeed in achieving the course objectives. As online educators, teachers, and facilitators, it's so important to be deliberate in making our presence and involvement known to our students. In addition to ensuring we are not portrayed as robots, we also need to show empathy and awareness as one might in a face-to-face environment. It's up to us as facilitators and course designers to find ways to do this online. When you take a look at the different learning domains, it becomes clear that they directly affect and relate to each other. With help growth in the affective domain of learning, which includes things like attitudes, motivations, and values, the cognitive outcomes could very well suffer. It is vital that we foster these factors when teaching online, a great place to start when implementing a plan to build a virtual learning community. With this information, I hope you've gained some insight into virtual communities. And for further information relating to this topic, please visit our Seminar 4 Weebly page and click on the Resources tab.